How you doing? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. What happens when you reject a narcissist hoover? That is the title of this episode. Now, after a heartbreak with a narcissist, after breaking up with a narcissist, especially when you remember the narcissistic abuse, you will want to heal. Now, your healing journey, the success of your healing journey after that abuse depends on your ability to reject the narcissist hoover. But one thing you should know is that rejecting a narcissist hoover is not easy. It is very difficult. That is, dealing with a narcissist after you've rejected their hoover is going to be very, very tough for you. Because when a narcissist has their hoover rejected, when you reject the narcissist hoovering attempts, it contradicts their sense of self. It bruises their ego. It affects their fragile self-esteem. It triggers their need for more narcissistic supply. Therefore, you should expect a narcissist to swing into narcissistic rage. You should expect a lot of anger issues from the narcissist. But if you maintain solid, firm boundaries, you can somehow escape the narcissist and you'll be able to rebuild your sense of self. You'll rebuild yourself. And that way you can successfully heal. Remember, the narcissist is known for several things. The narcissist has this grandiose sense of self-importance. They have a preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. They have a belief that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high status people or institutions. The narcissist has a need for excessive admiration, a sense of entitlement, and they exploit others. They have a lack of empathy. They envy others and believe that others are envious of them. They are arrogant people. Now, this narcissist's grandiose belief about themselves is nothing more than a defense mechanism that they use to suppress their negative emotions and protect their fragile ego and grandiose sense of self. So, when the narcissist experiences anything that contradicts their sense of self, and when I say that, I mean when you reject the narcissist hoovering attempts, it awakens and triggers all those suppressed negative emotions. And it serves as a constant reminder that the narcissist's perception of themselves is nothing but a lie, and that they are nothing more than a scared and neglected child that feels unlovable, abandonable, and rejectable. So, when you contradict a narcissist's grandiose sense of self, what should you expect? So when you reject a narcissist hoover, you should expect to be devalued. Because narcissists, when they make that person who contradicts their sense of self feel bad about bad the way they are feeling, then they feel good. So when you reject a narcissist hoovering attempts, you should expect to be devalued. You should expect verbal abuse from the narcissist, invalidation from the narcissist. The narcissist will dehumanize you. They'll punish you, both on a personal level and a public level. Expect smear campaign from the narcissist to mutual friends and family members. The narcissist will not spare you. They will put you down. They will use their flying monkeys to teach you a lesson. When you reject a narcissist hoover, it bruises their fragile ego. They'll swing into narcissistic rage. Narcissists believe they are superior and they are more important than others. So they will devalue, invalidate, and dehumanize you to prove to themselves that they are still someone who is special, that they are still unique, that they should only associate with high level people, important people, high status people. So, when you reject the narcissist, they have to punish you so that they can feel on top of the world. They'll shame you. They'll mock you. They'll brainwash you, gaslight you, triangulate you, just for you trying to reject their hoover. Because to them, you can't do it. You can't live without them. So when you keep on rejecting the narcissist hoover attempts, and when you keep maintaining and protecting and having firm boundaries, and when you keep being indifferent in the face of the narcissist invalidation and the devaluation and the dehumanization, it contradicts the narcissist sense of self again, and they will experience narcissistic injury or an ego injury. So when you reject the narcissist hoover, it contradicts their grandiose sense of self, and they will be very, very, very angry. Now, this rejection makes them angry, but they still feel entitled to remaining in power. They'll feel, and they continue feeling entitled to control you. So when you keep showing them that the narcissist has no power over you, that they cannot control you, it puts them in a very tough position. They become desperate for admiration. They become desperate for attention, reassurance, validation, acknowledgement, recognition from you and from others. So they will try to use even flying monkeys to hoover you if they can't hoover you themselves. When they don't have power over you, when they don't have control over you, their need for admiration, reassurance, and validation goes up. They'll need more of it. So when you reject the narcissist hoover, you will trigger their need for narcissistic supply. They'll want more narcissistic supply because you've rejected them. You've rejected their hovering attempts. You've maintained firm boundaries. So they will have to go find a new source of narcissistic supply, because now, without you giving them that supply, they can die. And that's how the narcissist will finally move on with their life and leave you alone. Once they don't get supply from you, they'll go get it elsewhere. They'll move forward with their life. So I hope you've learned something from this video. Hey, you can drop your comment below. Let's discuss what you think will happen to you if you reject your narcissist hoovering attempts. Thank you for watching this video. Please, let's continue building each other up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe.